Have you ever dreamed of owning a brand new Chanel bag, but winced at the price tag? What if I told you there's a way to get one for half off? And no, I'm not talking about waiting for a once-in-a-lifetime sale or buying a pre-owned one. I'm talking about a brand new, straight-from-the-boutique bag for 50% off. The secret? It involves a tiny, almost invisible flaw. This might sound too good to be true, but stick with me, because this is a real strategy some savvy shoppers use. So, how does this magic happen? It all comes down to something called B-grade stock and having an inside connection. Luxury brands like Chanel have incredibly high standards. Every single item that leaves their workshop is expected to be absolutely perfect. If a bag has even the slightest imperfection, something you or I would probably never even notice, it can't be sold on the main floor at full price. This is where the opportunity begins. Imagine this scenario. A brand new, gorgeous Chanel classic flat bag has just arrived at the boutique. It's perfect in every way. But then, an employee who's in on this little secret makes a tiny strategic scratch. Not on the outside where everyone can see it, but somewhere discreet, like on the inside flap or near an inner pocket. It's a minuscule mark, so small you'd need a magnifying glass and a map to find it. Once that tiny scratch is there, the bag's status changes dramatically. According to the store's strict quality control policies, it's now officially damaged. It gets logged in the system as B-grade stock, an item that is unfit for sale to the public. It's taken off the display floor and moved to the back room, labeled damaged, not for sale. To the average customer, this bag has essentially vanished. It won't be sold in the store, and it won't be sent to an outlet. It's in retail limbo. This is where the insider connection becomes crucial. The employee who damaged the bag knows exactly where it is. Because the item is now officially off the books for full-price retail, the store needs to deal with it. Often, employees have the first option to purchase these B-grade items at a steep discount. We're talking a massive markdown, sometimes as much as 50 to 70% off the original retail price. It's a way for the company to recoup some cost without damaging the brand's image by selling flawed goods publicly. So the employee buys the bag for half price. And because you have this connection, they then sell it to you for that same price, maybe with a small finder's fee for their trouble. And just like that, you are the proud owner of a brand new Chanel bag. It has never been used. It still has that new leather smell. And the only flaw is a tiny scratch on the inside that nobody will ever see. You've essentially paid the price of a used bag for a new one. Now, let's be clear. This isn't something you can just walk into a store and ask for. This method relies entirely on who you know. It's about building relationships with people who work in luxury retail. These insiders are the gatekeepers to these kinds of opportunities. It's a world built on trust and discretion. The employees are taking a risk, and they will only extend this kind of offer to people they know and trust not to broadcast it everywhere. Think about the economics of it for the brand. Why would they even allow this? Well, luxury brands are obsessed with maintaining their image of perfection and exclusivity. Selling a flawed bag, even with a minor defect, on the open market could dilute that image. It suggests their quality control isn't perfect. So, rather than risk that, they prefer to handle these items internally. It's a loss, but a controlled one. It's better for them to let an employee have it for a deep discount than to have a customer find a flaw and complain online. The key takeaway here is that the world of luxury retail has many layers. What you see on the shop floor is just the surface. Behind the scenes, there's a whole system for dealing with items that don't meet the brand's impeccable standards. And for the clever shopper with the right connections, this system can unlock incredible value. You're not just buying a bag, you're buying a secret. Of course, this raises some ethical questions, right? Is it fair? Is it right to intentionally damage an item? That's a gray area. From one perspective, the employee is creating a situation that benefits both them and their friend, the buyer. The bag was going to be written off as a loss anyway. This way, the company still makes some money. An employee gets a bonus or helps a friend. And a happy customer gets their dream bag. Everyone kind of wins. But from the company's perspective, it's a breach of policy. It's a loophole being exploited. But let's focus on the practical side for a moment. How do you even begin to find such an insider? It starts with being a good customer. Be friendly. Build a rapport with the sales associates at your favorite luxury stores. Don't just go in, buy something, and leave. Talk to them. Learn their names. Ask about their day. Show genuine interest in the brand and the products. Over time, as you become a familiar and friendly face, you build trust. These relationships are the key. Sales associates are people, and they're more likely to help out people they like and trust. You might not walk out with a half-price Chanel on your second visit, but after months or even years of being a loyal and kind client, you might find yourself being offered opportunities that the average person never even hears about. It could be early access to a new collection, an invitation to a private event, or, if you're really lucky, a tip about a B-grade item in the back. This strategy isn't just for Chanel either. It applies to many high-end luxury brands, from Hermes to Louis Vuitton to Gucci. They all have the same ridiculously high standards and the same problem of what to do with slightly imperfect goods. The world of B-grade stock is a hidden market, and access is granted through relationships. So the next time you're admiring a luxury bag that seems completely out of reach, remember this story. The price tag you see is for a perfect item sold through the front door. But there might just be another door, a back door, that leads to a much better price. All you need is the right key, and that key is often a personal connection. It's a reminder that in the world of luxury, sometimes the most valuable thing you can have isn't money, but a friend on the inside. What do you think about this? Is it a brilliant hack or an unethical practice? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever heard of anyone doing this, or have you ever gotten a secret deal on a luxury item? Share your stories. And if you enjoyed this look behind the curtain of the luxury world, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more secrets and insights. Thanks for watching.